So, in today's video, and by the way, thanks for tuning in to another video on my channel. Anyways, I want to talk about the Breakfast Club interview, which I'm sure a whole lot of you probably peeped out on behalf of Gucci Mane and Keysha Ka'oir, or Ka'oir, however you say her last name. And I don't know if it's just with me, but was the whole interview pretty strange. From how she said that he's schizophrenic, and as a result of him being schizophrenic, it's times when he has to take his medicine to treat his mental disorder that he has. Not only that, but how he could hardly get a sentence in for her over talking him, even when he tried from time to time all he could to talk up for himself. She just would not let the man talk for anything. And not only that, but saying how she had the guy kidnapped that one while years ago, and how he hardly ever remembers anything from her having him kidnapped, which I found even more strange and creepy. On top of that, how she ended up calling the man sick during the whole interview. And judging from my understanding, if I was listening closely, because I just caught a few segments of it after hearing other people talk about it, she said that it's times when she has called him sick to his face. Not only that, but how it's been times when he would get all out of line with her, and during the times that he would get all out of line with her, she would usually snap a finger and then he would go back to normal. I mean, what kind of marriage do you call this? Not only that, but how she had the nerve to also say she has a power of attorney over him. Therefore, if I'm saying it right, if I'm interpreting it right, if he wanted to leave her under any circumstance, that he wouldn't be able to, due to how she has power of attorney over this man. I mean, the whole exact interview just didn't sit right with me. And I don't know if it's also just me, or does it seem like Keyshia Ka'oir, however you say her last name once again, I don't know whether she ended up seeing that movie. Of course, I'm assuming for sure she saw the movie Get Out, which is a phenomenal movie, a phenomenal Jordan Peele movie. For some of you who may not have heard anything about it, may not know about it, I'll be glad to leave the link in the description where you can be able to stream it. I don't know whether it's still on Tubi, but I will make sure to check whether it's on Tubi or not, because Tubi is one of the very few platforms where you can be able to see it for free, minus the ads. Anyways, I'm assuming for sure that she saw the movie Get Out, and how she kept on watching it over and over. And I also wanted to relate how she would say it would be times when Gucci Mane would start to get all out of line with her, and how soon as she would snap a finger, he would go back to normal. It reminds me so much of the scene in Get Out when Lakeith Stanfield, the guy who happened to be the butler in the movie Get Out, and this was during the scene where they had the function going on. I never recall, Daniel Kaluuya, the guy who played as Chris in the movie, he had his phone, and during that one while, once again, it was during a function that was having at the family's house, that Daniel Kaluuya's girlfriend, that it was basically a function that Daniel Kaluuya's girlfriend in the movie was having. I never forget, it was that one particular scene when Daniel Kaluuya snapped a photo of Lakeith Stanfield, once again, the guy who played the butler, who got kidnapped at the very beginning of the movie. And then as soon as Daniel Kaluuya snapped a photo of him on his phone, he started to have a relapse all of a sudden, or reflex, however you would call it. Somebody help me out right down below in the comment section. He just completely snapped. It's like he got back to his normal self soon as Daniel Kaluuya took that photo of him when he had his phone down right in front of his pelvis. Daniel Kaluuya, some of you may remember that exact scene. That I swear to you, every time I think of it, that recalls how during the interview of the Breakfast Club when Miss Keyshia Ka'oir, or Ka'oir, however you say her last name, said that it's been times before, plenty of times when Gucci Mane would get out of the line with her, and how as soon as she would snap her finger, he would go back to normal. Anyways, let me know what y'all think by leaving your comments down below. Make sure you also like the video, you share, last but not least, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'm out.